What's up, y'all? It's hot as shit out here, man. Whew. It's a beautiful day. Another beautiful day in the hood of Philly. um, y'all got excuse me. My allergies been fucking with me. My eyes all puffy and shit. I know I hadn't made a video in a while. I've been like busy, just doing like regular shit and you know, trying to fight off the forces of evil. Um, shit. So I have been wanting to talk about these, but I was waiting. So when I had my other phone, I was recording like different things because I was trying to try something new with just like recording. And so I had a series of it, a good couple of them. They were readings, but they were like really dark. And so I was like, I had decided that, you know, I was going to wait and see how I was going to post it and shit like that. But unfortunately, my other phone got damaged. So there was no way for me to, you know, post it. So basically, I lost those recordings. I had did a good bit of them. Like, I had a whole series. I know I didn't do 10, but I knew I had did more than 5. And so I was going to like do readings off of the reading if it makes sense. Like, I know how I was going to do it. Like, I still had the ideas for it, what I was going to call it and everything. But since I don't have the recording of the reading that I did anymore about the situation, I said I would talk about it because I've been like looking at some of the other readers and I've been watching them, and basically they've been talking about their experiences about like being gang stalked and like all types of weird nut ass shit. And so I could definitely relate to that. And so shit got real, it escalated. So this was before that pink moon that was on my daddy's birthday, that was April 6th. So I'm coming to find out, that I'm being mostly attacked during these moon cycles. They wait until it's like a new moon, a full moon, a waxing moon, a half moon, crescent moon, all that moon shit. And then they do these big spells, death rituals and shit on me, right? So a while ago, I was taking my daughter back and forth to CHOP. So those of y'all that don't know what CHOP is, that's the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. She's fine. She's good. She was going to a program now for amps, and so it's like a pain condition, something similar to what I got. That ain't no fucking coincidence, though. I know what that's all about, though. So she was into this program. I had to take her back and forth every day, 5 days a week for a whole month. Down there, all the way down there. So those that live in Philly, y'all already know, like, what? The traffic and all that shit be insane. And then, I catch public transportation. Yeah, I do. It won't be forever, but bitch, I do. Okay? So it was a lot. I'm not gonna hold you. It was a lot getting her back and forth. But I did that shit. She did that shit. She did a good job. She aced that shit. And that program, it helps her a lot. But anyways, enough about that. So, like I said, we catch public transportation. And she didn't have to go to school for that whole month. So, basically, we would catch the train. Because, we live by the fucking L. So, all we gotta do is just walk to that bitch, jump on that motherfucker, just one, straight shot there. So we have been doing this for a minute because she stopped, I want to say, April. Yeah, I think April 6th or April 7th. No, I think the 7th was her last day because I believe that Pink Moon was on a Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. So it's, because I know we being watched, we being followed. I know that shit. But the shit went to a whole nother level. So we on the train. It's early as fuck in the morning. It's early. It's like 5, 6 something in the morning. Maybe like 5 something in the morning. 6 something. Either way it goes, it was too early for this bullshit. So this shit happened. I had to go back in my spiritual notes and shit. Cause I be writing down all these different incidences and shit that be occurring. It happened March 28th. And so that morning was like any other regular morning, just sitting there chilling, minding my own fucking business. Baby girl right next to me, trying to get her some extra sleep in before she had her long day. And I noticed this very tall man gets on the train. And he's dressed like a Mississippi pimp. I ain't gonna hold you. This motherfucker was clean. I'm talking about Stacey Adams. Had the hat on with the little feather in it and shit. But shawty looked like a Mississippi pimp. Okay. His presence was just like off to me when he stepped on the train. And like I said, he was tall, slim, dark skinned, older man. Had to be like maybe between in his 50s, 60s, something like that. No older. So he sits down. So mind you, while I'm sitting there on the train, you know what I'm saying? The reflection of people that's sitting across on the other side, you can see that shit through the window. That's how I be spotting motherfuckers when they be staring at me and shit. The shit be weird as fuck to me. I be like, don't sit there and stare, nigga. Speak. For real. But anyways. So he sat down so I could see his reflection in the window. So at first I want to stun his ass until I started to see this nigga start throwing up symbols and shit. Now I know at this point some of you are like, what the fuck you mean he throwing up symbols? Exactly what the fuck I mean. This man out the blue started throwing up symbols. Like configuration shit, like nigga, like we in Full Metal Alchemist. Like he's positioning his hand and he kept staring my way and he kept doing all these different symbols and signs like pyramids and other little weird shit that looked like some Masonic shit. And it clicked. I was like, this motherfucker's casting a spell on me. This nigga's trying to hex me on the train early in the morning, y'all. I'm like, what type of bullshit is this? I'm like, what the fuck is really going on, dog? I'm talking about, I can't even mind my business on the fucking L without motherfuckers trying to make me take an L. So he's just sitting there the whole time because it take a minute for us to get to where we at all the way to 34th Street. And so, yeah, that's a good bit of rides. But he got on, damn, what the fuck did that nigga get on there? I can't even remember the stop that he got on at, but it took a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, for us to get to where we were, and he was doing this, he just kept doing it. So, I'm sitting here acting like I don't see him, like I'm just dumb, like I don't know what the fuck he doing. But the whole time, nigga, I'm praying, I'm shooting prayers back at your stupid ass. Ugly ass boy. And my DC Young Fly voice, bitch. Like, the fuck. But anyways, I tapped baby girl. I was whispering, I was like, yo, there's a warlock right there. And so I got a spell. So she looked and she was like, playing it off. And she was like, oh my God, she is. She was like, it's weird because like this man was focused on me. Do you understand? This man was focused. And he sat there on that fucking train for a good 15, 20 minutes doing symbols with his hands directly in my direction. Now, I ain't the brightest crayon in the motherfucking box. Okay? But I know when some shit don't look right, and this person was really doing this shit with their hand. Like, they was really, like, I really felt like I was in Full Metal. And those that, like, rock with anime, and you know what Full Metal Alchemist is, and how they would get their different powers doing, like, basically magic. But they would do it with symbols and shit and do different things with their hands with the spell to activate it. But yeah, I seen them little Masonic symbols that motherfucker was doing, and I was like, oh, so that's who sent you? So that supposed to scare me? So after, cause I'm just battling, like just throwing prayers back to back at this motherfucker. And I'm just like, there's no such thing as coincidences. I don't believe in coincidences because everything happens for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I need to take some motherfucking Benadryl or some shit. Real. Yeah. I don't know, whatever the fuck, this shit whooping my ass. But also real shit though, like, that wasn't no fucking coincidence that man just came on the fucking train. Who the fuck is a motherfucking warlock that comes and gets on the train early as fuck in the morning and just decides out the blue to just start trying to hex somebody? Make it make sense. That's how I know somebody sent you to do that. That's how I know whoever sent you knew that I was gonna be on that fucking train at that time, because y'all be watching me and y'all knew my fucking schedule and you knew that I was gonna be there, and you was actually sending that shit my motherfucking way while I got my fucking daughter with me and shit. And see, it's one thing when you know somebody doing spell work on you behind the scenes, but it's a whole nother level type of shit when you see the motherfucker in your face doing that shit, man. That's why I say I live in the world of Harry Potter. Motherfuckers think I be joking when I be saying that shit. Like, we really do live in the wizard and witch world. These motherfuckers really do this shit. So I'm like, who the fuck sent you? Did the Mason send you? Or did my mama send you? Because I got that Shadow Man vibe off this nigga, man. I got this Shadow Man vibe off his ass. But if y'all don't know who the Shadow Man is, y'all look at the Disney movie, The Princess and the Frog. But my mama is with the nigga that she with her boyfriend. He into that witchcraft, that voodoo shit. But they be covering up as Muslims. And they have other Muslims in the nation that are like in secret society. See, a lot of Muslims and Islam don't know about this shit. Just like you got Christian witches, you got Muslim witches too. They have an organization where they have shit like to the side where in order for you to get in, you have to ask certain questions and be around certain people. But they have witches and warlocks. And they be garbed down and they be sitting right up in there in mosque with you. They be sitting there talking about Happy Ramadan and all that shit to you. they be right there selling papers and bean pies, and I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not. The same ones that sitting up here trying to hustle and be right there with you, they be into some dark ass shit, man. And they know that Quran from front to back, from back to front. And they know how to use certain shit in that Quran to where they know how to curse your ass. But anyways, he was giving me this shadow man type vibe. And I'm like, the only other person that gave me that type of vibe was my mama's boyfriend. And I ain't gonna say your name until that shit is like, till all this shit come full circle. I won't even really have to be the one to say your name, bitch ass nigga. But I wouldn't put it past, because I'm like, why the fuck is this man singling me out? And so that's why I was like, and then he made it so fucking obvious. Like, that's the shit that tripped me out. Like, nigga, if you gonna fucking do some shit to me, because I guess that he was supposed to put a hex, they like, I'm telling you, it's so bad, y'all, to where they want me dead so bad. And I'm talking about my mama and her nigga. And other motherfuckers want me dead so bad to where they feel like, damn, the magic behind the scenes ain't working. We gotta send a motherfucker to it. Cause he looked like he one of the top folk. Like, he looked like he a top warlock. Like, I'm dead ass serious. And it's crazy because y'all went and did all that shit, man. And I'm still breathing. I still woke up. I ain't dead. My kid's still here. Like, that would literally scare the shit out of me, to be honest with you. If I keep sending all these death spells on a motherfucker and they don't die, that would kind of scare me. No, it wouldn't kind of, it would. I'd be like, yeah, it's something with this person. We need to leave her alone. But now, you can't, because you done made that deal with the devil. And see, this is directed to my motherfucking mama and her nigga. See, you think that I don't know that you watch me. You think that I don't know that you know I got a YouTube channel and that you probably watch every video that I post. At the same time, pretending that you don't know where the fuck I live. But you've been to my house like 3 times. You know exactly where the fuck I stay. You just not coming over here nowhere by me because you know that I know. You know, all that shit that you've been doing. So, like I said, I don't know who you know. I don't give a fuck who you know. Whether it's Muslims here in Philly, whether it's Muslims across the bridge, bitch. I ain't scared of you. I ain't scared of that pussy ass nigga that you with. And I ain't scared of none of y'all devil worshiping ass motherfuckers that's thinking that you gonna take me out. That shit did not work. I'm still going. If you think you gonna stop me from doing this YouTube shit, you child, please. You not. So I'm just like, I was like baffled in a way, because I was like, who the fuck? But my first mind was telling me, was leaning more towards her nigga sending the motherfucker. Because I know y'all be having like drunks and crackheads and shit be watching me, and you know, this is Zombie Land. You know where I stay at. Zombie Land, I live in the land of the walking dead. That's a fact. Zombie Land, I live in the land of the walking dead. If you Google that shit, and you Google North East Philly, and you go up and down this shit, it's nothing but the Walking Dead up and down this motherfucker. That fentanyl shit held out. But anyways, I know that you be getting junkies and shit to be coming around and watching and following me, all types of weird ass shit. I know. Just like I know there's higher ups that be watching. Just like my daughter peeped this red Tessie. Well, Tesla, my daughter nicknamed the Tesla Tessie. I thought it was so cute. But she said she noticed it too many motherfucking times that she done seen a red Tesla following us on more than one occasion. And so I'm like, it's a free fall. I know the feds watching me. The government been watching me since the day I was born, so that ain't nothing new. So I got the feds on my ass. Then I got my mama and her nigga and whatever the fuck they a part of and whatever else she put me in when I was fucking born behind my fucking daddy's back. Bitch, you think I don't know that she was in a cult? You sold your soul to the devil when you was what, in middle school, high school, bitch? You been doing this stupid shit. And so you promised them me? Bitch, you crazy. Telling me this story about how this lady just mysteriously popped up at the hospital where I was with these long red fingernails pointing at me, talking about, oh, it's her. It's something about her. No, bitch, that was one of your witch bitch friends from your occult. And you was letting her know which baby it was, bitch. Oh, shit, sandstorm. Other way. I ain't trying to get caught up in that. My allergies go ham. But anyways, yeah. Now some of y'all might be like, well, the reason why that shit happening, cause you a tarot card reader and you on here and nah. Man, fuck you. It ain't got nothing to do with it. It do, but it don't. I've been had these problems before I even decided to get on this YouTube shit. It's just when I got on this YouTube shit and made it known that I was a tarot card reader that I made motherfuckers nervous in their feelings. And I understand when other readers in tarot land say that we are the most hated in these YouTube streets, basically, in the world, really, even though everyone loves tarot. Just as long as it's not exposing them. And see, I'm tapped in to some shit that a lot of y'all just can't figure out. Because my relationship between, me and the Most High, hey, is different than most motherfuckers. And people be having a problem with that shit because I don't see God in the way that you see God, or I don't put him in this fucking box, and I don't make him out to be this dry ass, uptight ass asshole. So my connection with him is on some whole totally different level shit. So the shit that he reveals to me, I be exposing the shit out of motherfuckers. There's a lot of shit that I ain't put out on my channel or I done said. Cause the shit that I was trying to talk about before, you know what I'm saying? They done took two of my whole fucking videos. I'm talking about stole my shit. That shit was gone. Went to upload that shit disappeared. I was like, ooh. Y'all motherfuckers ain't shit. Especially if it's the feds. I'm like, y'all doing all this, you telling me y'all wasting all y'all time and energy and funds watching and stalking me? Bitch, I ain't doing shit. I ain't doing shit. I'm just a single black mother in the hood taking care of her fucking kids. You wasting your resources when you could be solving real crimes and real murders and shit that's really happening out here. But I forgot. Y'all are a part of this fuck shit, so of course you're not gonna really do your job. But enough dragging y'all government motherfuckers. I'm talking about your motherfucking ass. I'm talking about my mama, you. Yeah, you bitch. Yeah. I know you and that nigga had something to do with it. And I know you motherfuckers be riding past my house because I remember there was a time before when I was living in North Philly, right? And this was like way before I even knew what the fuck was really going on. I happened to be going to the store. And I'm walking. And so when you come up in these apartments, it's this big steep ass hill. You have to be careful. Especially in the winter when that bitch would get with ice and shit. Motherfucking car be sliding down that bitch. But anyways, so it was before I even got to that spot. I'm walking, minding my business, right? All of a sudden, she riding by with her nigga, cause you know she don't drive no more. She can't because she done did too many death spells for me to die in a car. Excuse me, in a car accident. I also learned this from a breeder too. Them old bitches that don't be wanting to drive, or they be acting like they don't be wanting to drive or don't know how to drive. It because them bitches done did too many death rituals, too many death spells, and they know if they get behind the wheel of a car, it's over for them. And see, my mama done did too much dirt. That bitch a serial killer. I was pulling cars on that hoe. That shit said she a serial killer with that magic. That bitch been taking out people. But anyways, confirmation. I swear, I really can't make this shit up, man. So I'm walking, I'm chilling, going to the motherfucking store, just, enjoying life. And this bitch ride up with the nigga, cause you know the nigga drive. She don't. She caught herself giving up the car that my father bought her. Said it was something wrong with it. Whatever, bitch. But anyways, they riding by, got my brother in the back seat. And so I'm looking crazy, like, cause she would make it seem like it was just so hard for her to come down there on my end of town, to come see me, to come see her grandkids. You know what I'm saying? Like, she just made it seem like, oh, she's so busy. She got all these things to do. She got things to do. And, oh, he only wants to take her but so many places, and making all these stupid ass, dumb ass, lame ass excuses and shit. And so I'm like, it kind of caught me off guard, because I'm like, why the fuck are you just randomly riding past my house? Talking about, oh, well, we were just driving through, but so basically you was just gonna drive through and you wasn't gonna stop at my house to say hey to me and the kids. Like, it didn't make any sense to me. Like, it just truly didn't make sense at all. Like, why was she randomly just riding through my neighborhood like that? Now that I know the shit that I know now, she was doing that because the bitch was watching me. And bitch, if you was doing that stupid shit then, I know you still doing that shit now. You ride past my house late at night, or you post up somewhere, or you have people to watch me and stalk me to see if I'm still breathing. You go to my social media to see if I'm posting, or to see if motherfuckers gonna be on there like R.I.P. Bill Keith. You try to do everything in your power to silence me. Just like I know this last motherfucking moon. I don't know, man. There's so many fucking moons. This shit retarded, dog. That's why I said, boy, nigga got a lot to study. I know shit. Trust me, I know shit. But I don't know everything, and I still got a lot to learn when it comes down to certain things in this occult shit. Because, how else you gonna fight your enemy if you're not willing to do research on them and the shit that they do? So I'm like, this shit is wild. Like, I know you sent it because it was just the energy. Everything was just all off. And I really, had to, disperse and cleanse. And, because the energy was just fucked up in my crib. I think that moon was, last week. What it was, last Thursday, Friday. I don't know what the fuck it was. So I really ain't gonna say too many details about it. Cause like I said, certain things that be happening to me, I don't be wanting to talk about it because I be saving it for other shit that I work on. But I know you sent whatever you sent to my crib, because we had one hell of a tussle, whatever it was. Cause when I woke up out my astro, I was sore as fuck. But guess what, bitch? It still didn't kill me. I'm still here. It didn't kill me. I'm still alive, bitch. Like, so I was doing research on these little death spells or whatnot, right? Me personally, I don't fuck with death spells. I don't wish death on nobody. But if you send some shit my way, I'm gonna pray to the Most High that His Son Inky send that shit back personally and snatch your soul out your body respectfully. I will attest to that. But as far as like me doing a death ritual on somebody, no. But I was doing some research online about it, and it was a paper, an article from one of these colleges. I forgot which one it was. I can't even like look at my Chromebook to get it because my Chromebook doesn't want to turn on. Damn you, Mercury retrograde with the Arthur fist. Damn. Anyways, I was reading this article, right? So it was talking about how people that do the death spells, they be like in voodoo and Santeria and, you know. But they were just saying in general, when they do this shit, it goes through a process. So the first process of the death spell, once they cast the death spell, because they said that you really supposed to go to somebody who know what the fuck they doing. You're not supposed to really perform these death spells on your own. That's how I know you idiots really don't know what the fuck you doing. And then your weak ass is doing shit, going to fucking Family Dollar and Bath and Body and getting candles and shit, which ain't nothing wrong with it. But I'm just saying, you doing death rituals, bitch, you gotta come harder than that. But anyways, so they was talking about the phases and process of it. That you're not supposed to just, they recommend you not to do it alone. That you have someone professional to help you with it because these things can go terribly wrong. So basically once they get the little shit, they cast the spell, right? So it breaks you down with fear and being paranoid. And so it's always a dread or a fear that lies in the person at first. They're scared, they're anxious, they're fearful, they're sad, they're depressed. Like, it lowers their energy levels very, very low so that the entity can feed off of it, especially with the fear. So then it turns it up a notch when that person starts to see things, hear things, paranormal activity going on, and it scares them shitless, right? So they feed off of it more. So then that's when the sickness slowly creeps in and it consumes them. They say about a week it's supposed to work. Yeah, they said like, so if it's a cold, like it even said like you could kill a person with a death ritual with a common cold, or you can disguise it as accidents, as car accidents, um, plane crashes, heart attack spills. Yeah, I know that bitch is notorious for sending those. That's how you got my dad, right? Hmm. But it's just the fact that it's not gonna work because bitch, I don't have that fear in me. How you gonna raise little child not to have no fear in you when it comes down to this paranormal shit, and then expect to send some shit to me and expect me to be scared of it? How? I'm not scared. So I was reading further in the article, you know what I'm saying, that this is all supposed to be summed up in a week. the fear, being paranoid, all that shit weakens you. So the sickness can come in and consume you and take over you and kill you. I think I've summed that up pretty good from what I'm recollecting. Blah, blah. Damn, somebody don't want me to speak. Wonder who that could be. I guess I've summed all that up from what I can remember from the article. But it's just the thing. What it also stated in the article is that once you see certain things, that shit just don't leave. I hope you know that. And this is for some of you idiots that's down south doing this shit. You know, like, or practically anywhere, and you're like really an amateur in this. Those things don't just leave. They don't go back to where they came. Because they have a job to do, meaning they like blood. They love the energy that it gives off of it. And so when you send shit to my house, because you be sitting here telling these entities that I'm evil, that I'm wicked, that I wronged you, that I did you dirty, and I'm this horrible daughter, and I'm this bad person, and I deserve all these bad things that happen to me. And then you send the shit over here to me, and then when it finds out that it can't beat me, or that it is forbidden because of my blood that runs through my veins, that is literally forbidden to touch me, to kill me. The only one that has that authority to kill me is the Most High. When he decides to say, oh, yeah, we done. Once these entities find this shit out, dog, they be like, this some bullshit. They be pissed off, they be mad, they don't be going back to where the fuck they come from. And guess what? Who they gonna go to? To the person that sent them. And this go for you, bitch, and anybody else that you think that because you went to a practitioner, 37 on the clock, if you went to a practitioner and you think that shit gonna come back on the practitioner because they was the one who did it, no, bitch. It's gonna come back and hit you because you was the one who paid the practitioner to do it. Idiot. And then it's crazy because this is all confirmation. Excuse for a loud noise, though. Damn, it's hot. Oh yeah, and some of y'all that's doing this and you got kids, that shit ain't gonna end well. Especially this summer. Some of y'all finna take some losses, boy, that you didn't think was possible. But you, mommy dearest, no, you're gonna stick around for a while. Cause you know that saying where they say the devil is hard to kill. Them be the ones that be here forever. Everybody else, they be dying left and right, but it always be that one evil motherfucker that just won't die. That's you. The Most High gonna make you suffer. I'm talking about literally, you really think that I don't know that was you that sent that shit to my house? And I beat it. I was sore in the process, but I beat that motherfucker. I know more than ever the spell work that you do. You try to attack my health. Like, come on now.